coming few videos, I shall be discussing in some detail about the PIQ or the Personal Information Questionnaire, which you fill up when you go to the SSB. In fact, a candidate is required to fill up 2 copies of that. One would be seen by the psychologist who would not meet you. He sees your PIQ and he sees a photograph and he sees the dossier that you write. The second is seen by the interviewing officer who would go through the PIQ and in fact frame some questions based on whatever you've done before he calls you in for the PIQ, for the interview. So therefore, PIQ is an important document which you must deliberately fill, give complete information, avoid cuttings and overwritings, because the form which is poorly filled, which is hurriedly filled, gives the first impression of carelessness, and during the interview he would look at some more clues for you to be careless in your studies, in your job, in your routine, fine, to make up a mind that way, fine. So it can be avoided. Write it well, give complete information, and then be prepared to speak on whatever you write, because your PIQ is the background information which during the interview he would go into details, try and understand whatever you've done, how you've done, and from that get some idea about the kind of person that you are. So it needs to be done deliberately, and you know what you want to speak. Now, to begin with, on the top right side of the PIQ is your OIR score, which you get in the screening test, which is rated on a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is the highest and 5 is the lowest. OIR score is somewhat like an IQ score, right? And then in that, at an average, most people who would be, let's say, average IQ would fall in the bracket of 3, maybe spilling into 2 and spilling into 4. That's where most people are, and therefore that's also good enough. Good to be in 2, good to be in 1, but that is again your level of intelligence, fine. It is designed that way. So long as 3 and 2, I think perhaps it's okay not to worry too much. How does an IO see it? Now, if I find a candidate who is OIR 1, which is good, I have to now verify it during the interview. How do I see? It's not that just because OIR is high, I would rate you higher. I have to somehow test it on the crucible of your personality. So in that, during the interview, my probing could be such, my situation that I give you could be such, with you, which requires you to be responding with a higher reasoning, and you perform well, it allows me to rate you higher in the interview. Similarly, somebody is in OIR 4 or 5. Just because in 4 and 5 does not necessarily mean a disqualification. Even sometimes in OIR 5, the interview would be very similar. I may not probe very deep, I may not put you under great stress, or I may not give you a situation which is tricky. And if you perform well, reasonably well, I would still be inclined to clear you. May not be very high rating, but depends on how you perform. Conversely, sometimes people with a higher OIR, say 1, which is good, tend to come under pressure very easily. They suffer from anxiety, and as such, they tend to come down during the interview, right? Because when they lose confidence, they're not too logical at that stage, they would come down. And I have seen candidates with a lower OIR who are all right, they are mentally maybe robust, they can withstand the whatever little pressure is being put by the interviewer, so they remain cool and they reply with their logic. Perhaps he has still a chance of getting cleared, right? So that is the overall impact of the OIR. It is a reference point for me which during the interview I will perhaps interpolate with your responses to eventually decide how to rate you, right? So that is the importance of the OIR.